Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to film a what's in my handbag, but this is the Gucci Soho Disco edition. So last week I filmed a video of a what's in my work bag and you guys seem to love it. And obviously that is what I use for work, but on weekends or when I'm traveling, when I'm running errands and things like that, this is my go-to. And I do think it deserves its own dedicated video because it is such a great handbag. So if you are someone thinking about potentially buying this bag, or if you're someone who already owns it and you just want to know what other people fit in it and how they organize it, then just keep on watching. This was actually my first ever designer handbag, so it does hold a special place in my heart. I honestly thought when I was going to buy this bag that it was going to be my one and only designer handbag and it was all I was going to have, but it kind of started the ball rolling on a bit of an obsession with luxury handbags. So seeing as it was my first ever designer handbag, I think the most research I've ever done went into this handbag, and I was particular about a lot of things because obviously I wasn't familiar with spending that kind of money on a handbag, so I wanted to make sure I got the right one, and boy did I get the right one. I love this bag so much. I just had a look. I've had this bag for over a year and a half. As you can see, it is kind of worn. I mean, I don't know, it's very, very durable, this bag, and I thrash it. Like, I do not take care of this bag as well as I probably should, and when I watch other people's reviews on the Gucci Soho Disco bag and just how they treat it, I literally look at it and I think, oh, I should probably treat you better. I bought this bag secondhand from Depop, but I was looking for about 6 months on the pre-love market because I couldn't find one for under $1,000. It just, yeah. Oh, there were a couple that were about $900, but they really showed their wear. And the other thing is, when you're buying pre-love, the biggest thing I've learned is you want it to be in really good condition because you want to be able to get your wear out of it. On Depop, if you search something enough, it'll come up as a favorite and it will let you know if there's any new, if there's any new ones that you haven't seen yet. So basically I was on Depop and it said, there's a new Gucci Soho Disco bag that's just popped up. So I clicked on it and it had this bag for $500. Straight away I was like, oh, it's fake. Damn it. Another fake one and someone trying to pass it off as legit. But I was like, I may as well just have a look into it. And I clicked on the girl's profile that was on Depop, and she didn't have a lot of listings, but she did have only luxury listings. And the ones that she did have, all of her other luxury items had receipts with them. This was the only one that didn't have an actual hard copy receipt, but it had the box and it had the dust bag. So, and when I saw that, I was like, okay, maybe I will ask some questions. Usually I would just not even look into it. So I looked at the bag. I did see it had been loved, well worn, but it was still in really, really good condition, especially on the inside. It was in such good condition. And I messaged the girl and I was like, hey, first question was, hey, is this authentic? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, do you have any proof of authenticity? And she purchased this one online. So she had a screenshot of the online transaction and the transaction matched this bag. So I was like, oh, okay. So I asked a few more questions about the handbag. I did a lot of research on this logo here and especially the tassel and just ways to sort of pick out whether or not it's a fake. And I did checks on the stitching, on the hardware, on the logo, on the leather, and even on like the adjustable strap and everything. It was just like, yep, it's fine. It looks authentic, looks authentic. And then one of the other questions that I asked is on YouTube, it talked about, you can tell if it's a fake if on here, there's one of these little, I don't know what you'd call them, but there's one of these that have a line in it. I don't know if you can see that. And that is a really good way to tell whether it's authentic or not. It's not the only way, but a lot of the fakes have just the small dots and they don't have one of them with the line. So obviously that can be taken apart and that's how this is fastened, I believe. Anyway, and it had that. So that was my kind of last check. Not to mention she did have the receipt online and everything, but I did all of my checks. and it's legit. And she was not fazed by it either. She was like, yeah, it's legit. If you're not interested, don't worry about it. And I knew I had to act fast because something like this for just $500 was not going to be up long. So long story short, I bought the bag off her. When I received it, I got it authenticated just to double check. And yes, it is authentic. It came with the box and the dust bag. It was just missing the actual hard copy receipt. So anyway, it's an authentic Gucci Soho disco bag and I got it for 500 Australian dollars. Probably the best bargain I've had to date, and I've had some really good bargains. And then after that, she had some other handbags for sale and she just put the price up because I don't think, so obviously I bought this within probably 15 minutes of her uploading it. So I don't think she realized the demand for secondhand luxury bags because she had quite a few of them and she was quite young. So maybe she received them as gifts. So I guess she just wasn't really aware, and she was only new to Depop. This was like one of the first things that she posted. So anyway, I kind of feel bad in that regard because I know that she could have sold this for double the price, but at the end of the day, I got a bargain. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm going to talk about the actual bag. Now this bag currently retails for 1,990 Australian dollars. So quite expensive. I think they also went up in price recently because I'm pretty sure when I bought it they were about 1,600. Don't quote me on that. I'm just totally going off the top of my head. So about the bag, the pros, I would say this has a lot of pros to it. The leather is a beautiful soft leather, so it is very malleable, which means you can fit so much in there. If it was structured, you wouldn't fit half the amount of things that you can fit in there when there's a little bit of give. That's what I absolutely love about this bag. This leather is just so perfect for smaller bags, to be able to fit everything that you want in there. The other thing I really love about the bag is it has this leather strap, which makes it incredibly comfortable. It's not too thin and it's not too thick. Honestly, I think they've just nailed the strap. This bag, I don't think it particularly is on trend, but I don't think it'll ever go out of style, if that makes sense. So you're not going to see everyone going for this bag at one particular time, I don't think, but it is a classic and I think it'll just, you know, stand the test of time. So that's something I love about it. It's quite understated. When I first ever saw this bag, like I'm talking when I was a bit younger and I first ever saw it around, I had no idea it was Gucci because I wasn't really familiar with the Gucci logo. So I really like how understated it is. I also really do love this tassel. I've watched some reviews and some people don't really like the tassel, but I think this is the make or break in whether or not you can dress it up or dress it down. I think honestly, if it didn't have the tassel, it is a very, very casual bag. But because of this and this little bit of hardware, it can be dressed up. Because obviously there's no hardware on the bag at all, really. There's no chains or anything. The only thing you get is that. So that to me is a game changer, and I absolutely love it. Not to mention it makes it incredibly easy to open and close. If I have this bag just slung around my crossbody and I use this, I can just pull it open and close really, really easy. The zip is really beautiful. It's just a really nice zip. It's not difficult to open and close. The strap is adjustable, so it's really good for those who are more petite. I am 168 centimeters, so I have it on the, not the tightest, but almost. But I do have the option of making it longer. So if I was to sum up the pros to this bag, it's that it's extremely comfortable, it fits a lot, and it's timeless. So what more could you want from a designer handbag, especially if you're spending that kind of money? So the two cons that I have for this bag are that the hardware is tarnishing, and in my personal opinion, designer handbags with a price tag of almost $2,000, there should be no ifs or buts. I don't think the hardware should tarnish at all. There are plenty of metals that could be used that don't tarnish. So for example, brass is something that you can polish up and it will go gold again. That's what's used on the Louis Vuitton bags, which I love about that, because no matter how long you have your bag for, the hardware is always going to be a really beautiful gold if you polish it up. This, once it tarnishes, there's nothing you can do about it. So I don't know if you can see there, but that's almost like a silver now. And on this tassel here, it's tarnishing quite a lot. So anyway, that's one con. The other one is that on the adjustable strap, I have had to put a black kind of hair tie there because there's no, what do you call it, like an extra loop to tuck the excess strap down. So if I didn't have that, that would just flap around. And over time, I have seen other people's handbags where it honestly, it just sticks out. So the moment I got it, I watched reviews on this handbag before I bought it, and I knew that was something that happens to people. So the first thing I did was just basically fasten it down with a black hair tie. So it's quite discreet. No one would probably notice, but I think if Gucci, I haven't checked the latest model, but I think if Gucci were going to do anything, it would be to have better quality hardware, possibly brass, and if they had an extra loop here. If Gucci did that, I was about to say they could probably up their price, but no, I think if you're paying almost $2,000 for a bag, that is expected to have those little things. So anyway, they're my only cons. As you can see, the pros far outweigh the cons. So I think it's totally worth getting this bag, despite the hardware or the issue with the strap. But other than that, it's honestly perfect. With the amount of wear that this bag has had, look at it. It's still beautiful. Now I know there's no feet on the bottom of the bag, which some people are worried about, but look at the bottom of my bag. There is no issues there. Extremely durable leather. I know that with the lighter colors of this bag, some people have had issues with color transfer depending on the jeans or pants that they're wearing. Obviously with black, you don't have that problem. All I know about this leather is that it's incredibly durable. There's no obviously color transfer, and I mean, look at it. I would not treat any of my other handbags the way I do this one because it's just so durable. Now I'm going to go into what fits inside. So I did recently buy a organizer for this bag because it was losing its shape quite a bit, and when I wasn't using it, I ended up sort of stuffing it with things to try and help keep its shape. But then I just reminded myself, I'm like, hang on, why didn't I just buy an organizer? Because they are perfect for these types of bags where it's a softer leather and you want to keep it structured. They're honestly so great for that. So if you have, if you own this bag, or if you're going to buy this bag, straight away jump online and buy an organizer for it. No hesitation. It'll help keep its shape, and if you've already owned the bag, get one because it'll bring the shape back. So inside the bag I have a lot. It fits so much. Now with the organizer, I have noticed since putting it in, it does limit the amount of space. It just shows how much that with a softer leather, how much more you can fit inside purely because it has that movement. The moment I put a organizer in there and keep it structured, you cannot fit as much. So the first thing is my car keys. So this is just the Louis Vuitton key holder. These are really great for if you have any items in your bag that you don't want to get scratched. This sort of holds all of your keys together. I just leave my car key out because it isn't big enough to go inside. The next thing I have in this bag is a reusable shopping bag. These are really good. I spoke about this in my other video. These are super handy and perfect to keep in your bag for when you are running errands and you might need to pick up some groceries. You've already got a bag. I've got a Lanolips lip balm. I absolutely love Lanolips. So beautiful. I have a Zara perfume. Absolutely love these because they are honestly perfect for your handbag. I can just slide it in like a pen into the side pocket. I can just slide it into the side pocket like that and it just sits in there. So definitely get yourself a Zara perfume. I have some extra chewing gum. I have my Gucci card holder. I have my AirPods. So these are the things that I cannot live without. I have my mobile phone. This is just the iPhone 11 and it fits really, really well. And then last but not least are my sunglasses. Now this is probably the biggest sunglasses case I own. It is the Saint Laurent sunglasses case, and that fits in there fine, and pretty much any other sunglasses can fit in there perfectly because this is the biggest case that I have. So there you have it. That's everything that's in my bag. As you can see, I do have an organizer in there. If I take that out, there's a space there. Now look how much space there is. Like, it is so flexible. And if I don't use the little organizer, I can fit stuff in there, so I could probably fit more. Let me just give it a go. I'm going to put everything in there that I had before just to really give this bag some justice. I can fit tampons easily, hand sanitizer, I can fit a mask. Like, I can probably keep going. And the best part is, even though you can fit a lot in there, it's quite easy to maneuver because it is so flexible. You can just move things around, grab what you need. That's the other thing I really love about this bag, is it's so easy to get things in and out of. So that is everything that fits into the bag. This is one of those bags in my wardrobe that, if in doubt, grab the Gucci Soho Disco bag. That's what this bag is. Like, it is the go-to. It is when you're in a rush and you haven't even thought about what handbag you're going to pair with your outfit, grab this one. If you are going traveling or you're going away for a few nights and you know that you're going to be doing some shopping and you're going to be doing some walking around, potentially sightseeing, you grab this bag. If you are going to run some errands and do your grocery shop, you take this bag. Like, this is the bag that you take everywhere. It is my ride or die, and it's a great bag to start with because, as I said, you can dress it up. So when I first bought this bag, I used to wear this to dinners with dresses, and you really can dress it up and it is really beautiful. Another thing is, if you stick to just your card holder and your phone and your car key, you can fit in here a camera. Like, the camera that I'm using to vlog right now is quite a big sort of Canon camera that fits in here beautifully when I want to go do a vlog, or if I'm sightseeing and I want to take some photos. This one fits a camera really beautifully. The other thing is that you can actually fit like a 650ml water bottle in here. I've done that before. It's got so much space that you can pretty much take it anywhere. Another really popular sort of throw around keep all bag is obviously the Louis Vuitton pochette. I bought this one as a vintage piece, so it came with just the smaller strap, and I recently went online and purchased a thicker strap. This is another great keep all that people usually tend to go for when they're wanting to buy their first designer handbag. This one is honestly such a great bag, and it is in the same sort of realm of just a great, you know, dress it up, dress it down, very casual, use it for anything kind of bag, and you can fit a lot for the size. You can fit so much in here for the size that it is. I do tend to reach for this one more than I do this one. This one is if I'm going to the shops, you know, as in like if I'm going shopping for clothing and stuff like that, and I just want to take this bag. It is great for running errands, but like I said, you just can't fit as much as you can in this one. That's mainly the only difference. So I think if you're kind of umming and ahhing about these two bags, they're both very versatile in their style. The only difference is this can fit probably double the amount that this can fit. And I know that a lot of you already know how much this can fit. It's known for its versatility in that way. But if you think this one can fit a lot, wait until you meet little Soho. She can fit so much. Well guys, that is everything about this beautiful Gucci Soho Disco bag. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoy making these videos. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much. And if you have any more questions about the bag, I would be more than happy to answer them. Just leave a comment below. So I hope you guys are having a lovely day or night, depending where you are in the world and what time you're watching this video. And I'll see you in my next one. Thanks, guys.